for entertainment purposes only. And if you want true legal advice, contact your own lawyer.
Avenetti, we've been talking about him for quite some time. So Avenetti, those of you who've been living under a rock, as I always say, that's my saying, is he's the lawyer, former lawyer of Stormy Daniels, the one that alleged to have an affair with Donald Trump, and the allegations that Donald Trump paid her off not to say anything about the supposed meeting up with her during the campaign. You know, this guy does not like Trump. I mean, Avenetti is an attorney that clearly has said he doesn't like Trump, but he has all other issues that we're discussing. I mean, there are so many different issues. The big issue we're talking about here is the Nike scandal, where he supposedly, the allegations are, bribed Nike employees or executives. If you don't pay me X amount of dollars, we're going to reveal some information. So he's got that issue. His partner sued him. Stormy Daniels had an issue with him. Now he's got clients that are claiming that he was taking their money, and actually he's going before the New York board for as an attorney. You have a board. Was it the New York?
I think it was California. It was the California State Bar.
Yes, yeah, I'm sorry, right. California State Bar, not the New York.
Yes.
And then the
it was the California State Bar. This happened just about a week ago. And so he's before the California State Bar, and they take a break during these proceedings. Yes. He steps out and he gets arrested.
Right.
On a violation of his release on bail, the terms and conditions associated with that. And so his attorneys have to go back into this hearing before the state bar and say,
he's gone.
Our client isn't going to be able to make it for the rest of this because he's in custody. I mean, that's a oops.
Yeah. So what happens is, he's in New York now, right? In jail in New York. So they hike him back to New York, and the issue is, where is he being he's being held? Well, don't forget, during the time he's being held, from my general understanding, that's when the suicide occurred of
Epstein. Yeah.
And so they were worried. They're arguing they're worried about his safety because he's a high-profile individual. So their whole, he's in 24-hour lockdown. He's by himself. He's not with the general public. They're worried about him. And so there's arguments back and forth as to how he's being treated in jail. But the most interesting part that we were going to discuss is he's put in El Chapo's same jail cell that El Chapo was held, the former, kingpin of the Mexican cartels.
Did they check the jail cell for any tunnels? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, they did that, and the guard said, "We check on him, but we're taking a nap." I mean,
yeah, that's exactly. Oh, and the cameras don't work. I don't know what's going on. So what's happening is he's in solitary confinement, locked down, because they're worried about him hurting himself. He's complaining, and his lawyers are complaining they don't have access to him like they should, and so that happens sometimes, Todd, where they will complain. I know you've had clients that have been in jail about the conditions and how they're being treated. But that's what's going on. But the interesting thing is he's sitting in the same jail cell as El Chapo.
Another interesting part about this was the pretrial motion made by the prosecution to prevent the defense from making any reference to Donald Trump or Stormy Daniels. And the reason why the defense is going to essentially try to argue what my client did is nothing wrong, but now, because he was an opponent and a vocal critic of Donald Trump, Trump sicked the government on him, and now he's got to fight against the government. And that's what the defense is probably going to try to argue. And the court told the prosecutor, I'm sorry, there's no way I can keep that out.
That's the way it is. It is what it is. This is a very public trial. I'm not going to keep out Stormy Daniels or Trump. We'll be back.
Go to the website, radiolawtalk.com. That's radiolawtalk.com.